Most service business owners think they understand AI. They think it's tools, prompts, maybe a chatbot handling a few conversations. But that's exactly why most of them see no real change in their business, because the real shift isn't just using AI tools, it's changing how your business actually operates. Here's what I mean. There's a concept that's starting to emerge and that most people are misunderstanding, which is the idea of an AI operating system. Now, when people hear that, they assume it's some kind of software or platform or a tool you install in your business. It's not quite that, it's a bit different. It's a way of structuring your business so that more and more of it runs without the constant manual input from you or from your team. To understand this properly, you need to separate two things. One is your business model, and two, how your business runs. Your business model is simple. It's what you sell. It's your service, your offer, the thing that creates value. Now that doesn't change. What actually changes is everything around it. Think of your business like a core engine. Most founders are inside that engine all day. They respond to messages, check the numbers, you manage people, you make decisions constantly. You are the system. And that's the problem. Because the moment you are the system, the business cannot scale beyond your time. And so what an AI operating system really is a set of layers that you build around that core business. And each layer removes something from your plate. So you don't do this all at once. You do it progressively, incrementally, and in a way where nothing in your business breaks. The first layer is context, and this is where almost everyone gets it wrong. You see, most people try to use AI without giving it any real understanding of their business. So every time they use it, they have to explain everything again and again and again. What they do, who they serve, how they operate, that's not a system. That's starting from zero every single time. A real system starts with shared understanding. If you hired a senior operator into your business, you wouldn't really expect them to work without context. They would need to understand your offer, your clients, your processes, your goals. AI is no different. Without context, it cannot make good decisions. And it can only give out generic outputs. But once context is in place, you move to the second layer, which is data. Because now context tells the system what your business is. Data tells it what's actually happening on the inside. And this is where most service business owners are completely disconnected. Because you have leads coming in, you have conversations happening, you have the sales calls, revenue, activity, but it's all scattered. Nothing is unified. So decisions become reactive, right? You're guessing. You're relying on memory, on gut feelings, or incomplete information. And so when data becomes part of your system, something changes. You can start to see the patterns. You can see where leads are dropping off. You can see what's actually driving revenue. You move from reacting to understanding. Then comes the third layer, which is intelligence. This is where the system starts to interpret what's happening instead of just showing it to you, because your business is constantly generating signals. Every conversation, every message, every client interaction you have, every internal discussion with your team, there's insight inside all of that. But most of it, what happens? It gets lost. So what founders end up doing is they end up spending all of these hours trying to stay on top of everything. Things like checking all your messages, following up, asking for updates, trying to manually piece together everything that's going on. And so an intelligent system flips that. Because instead of you chasing information, it tells you what matters, what changed, what needs attention, what's going wrong, and what's working. At this point, something interesting starts to happen. You still haven't automated anything, but your business already feels lighter because clarity removes friction, right? And that sets up the next layer, which is the automation. It is only now that the automation layer comes in. But here's the thing, most business owners, where do they start? They start with the automation. And that's why they fail. Because they try to automate what? They try to automate chaos instead of structuring it first. Automation only works when the system is clear, when you can see what tasks are being repeated, what decisions are predictable, what processes happen over and over again. Every service business has these: responding to leads, following up, qualifying prospects, sending information, internal updates. These things happen every single day. And once they are visible, they become removable. But here's the important part. You don't try to remove everything. You remove pressure, one task at a time. Each task you remove gives you back a small amount of time, a small amount of attention, a small amount of bandwidth. This leads to the real constraint in most businesses. It's not the leads, it's not sales, it's bandwidth. Most founders are spending the majority of their time just maintaining the business, keeping it afloat, right? It takes so much effort for you just to keep things running, just handling all the problems that come across your desk every single day. You are staying reactive. And then you wonder why growth is so slow. Because growth requires attention, and your attention is already being consumed. So what these systems actually do is they give you all of that attention back, which leads to the final layer, build. Because freeing up your time doesn't grow your business. What you do with that time does, right? Because now you can focus on improving your offer, launching something new, fixing bottlenecks, testing new acquisition channels, and so on. Things that actually move your business forward. And this is where the separation starts to happen. You see, all these businesses who are slow to adapt, who are not implementing this kind of system, they stay stuck operating. Businesses that do implement it, that are tech forward, that are AI first, they implement it, and so it starts compounding one bit at a time. Not because they are working harder, but because they've removed what was slowing them down. So if you zoom out, an AI operating system isn't just a tool. It's not something you install. It's a structured way of running your business where the system understands what's actually happening. The system tracks what actually matters. It reduces the manual work, and you can focus on growth. And if you want a simple way to measure whether you're moving in the right direction, there are three things to look at. First, how much of your business still depends on you directly? Answer that question first. Second, how many of your daily tasks are still manual? And third, how much output or revenue is generated per person in your business? If those numbers are not improving, then nothing has fundamentally changed. You've just added tools on top of the system. And that's why most business owners don't see the results of AI automation. Because the real shift was never about AI in the first place. It was about redesigning how your business runs.